In these early years, something much more significant was happening. We started receiving letters and emails from people going through great adversity, people facing cancer, people losing loved ones, and they would explain to us how optimism helped them power through one of the most difficult parts of their life. We did not expect this. We didn't know what to do with these letters. We were trying to figure out how to run a business. But I want to read you one example, which is from these boys in the picture. This letter says, "Dear Bert and John, my name is Alex. I have a brother Nick, and we are 10. We both have extra challenges in the world, but at the end of the day, we still have each other. We were both born early and weighed a pound, so we had a lot of growing to do. When I was born, I had my leg amputated. Nick is blind. Me and Nick have all your shirts with the things we like doing best, but if you ask us what we do best and what makes us happy and laugh most, it is just being together. I know now that Nick has more challenges than I do, but he says and does things that make me laugh and forget feeling bad. I don't know how to describe it other than I love him. You're lucky to have a brother too. I hope you do fun things together. Your friends, Alex and Nick." 10 years old. That's a lot of wisdom in a brief little letter from 10-year-olds. And another big thing we learned cumulatively from these letters was this phrase that's become very valuable to us. Over and over, people showed that the ones that go through the hardest adversity seem to have an elevated sense of gratitude. And they taught us this phrase. One particular letter said, "I no longer say have to about anything. I don't have to go to a meeting. I don't have to work late. I get to go to a meeting because I have a job. I get to go grocery shopping because I live in a land of abundance. I get to do my bills because I have a roof over my head." One little word, I should say, changes your viewpoint. It's become very powerful. We say it all the time at work and try to keep it close to our heart in our lives in general. Now, when you gain this kind of wisdom from courageous people like Alex and Nick, what do you do with it? Well, as responsible businessmen, we did exactly what you'd expect. You probably guessed we had a pumpkin festival. And we set out to break the world record for most lit jack-o'-lanterns in one place at one time. And we had no idea what we were doing. We started setting up scaffolding, and we got on the radio, and we tried to tell people to bring their own pumpkins, and we're going to break a record. And we told people that 100% of the proceeds, will go to help kids in need. And sure enough, because of that, people showed up. We got a lot of people that first year. We raised like $52,000. And the next year, we got a little cocky. We said, we're good at hosting events. Let's do 18 pumpkin festivals around the country and raise way more money. We hired this person as our logistics coordinator. We got a little ahead of ourselves. It was a little bit chaotic that year. We reeled it back in. We decided to have one festival on the Boston Common, and on our third try in 2006, we did in fact break the world record for most lit jack-o'-lanterns, over 30,000 lit pumpkins on the Boston Common. Thank you very much. More importantly, we were able to raise over $500,000 for kids in need. And we decided, thank you, we decided, appreciate it, to form the Life is Good Kids Foundation, which focuses on emotional health and helping kids overcome poverty, violence, and illness. We train the people in the trenches every day, the teachers, the counselors. We give them the tools they need to build meaningful relationships with kids. We've trained over 5,000 what we call Life is Good Playmakers to date, and are positively impacting over 100,000 kids a day. This is Very much a central reason why we don't want to sell our business or go public, because we think the mission and the focus on helping kids would get lost.